Hello? What's this? It's 1 penny. Here. Ooh.
Newcastle Bright presents the Alexei Sayle Guide on How to Be Trendy. Number 17 in this series of giveaway cassettes. Others in this series include Alexei's Guide on How to Speak Albanian, How to Shout at Trees, and How to Really Irritate Newsagents. Now, here's Alexei!
Hi there. Welcome to my guide on how to be trendy. And for those of you listening on headphones, hello! As you probably know, the United Nations has declared this year the International Year of the Trendy and Incredibly Fashionable, so you don't want to be left out. You know, the trendiest guy I knew was a guy called Bow Wow Bogdanovs. Abandoned as a tiny baby on the Scotswood Council estate, he was found and raised by a pack of wild dogs. Rescued at the age of 15 by the RSPCA and the Social Services Department, he learned to read and write in 2 months, shot through school and university in a year, got his PhD in 6 months, and was then sadly killed while barking and chasing a car. Music. If music be the food of love, I wish somebody would eat Howard Kershaw. But if you're going to be trendy, you got to be into the right music, Daddy-o. And the happening scene right now ain't New York or Philly, Liverpool or Manchester. It's the London suburb of Golders Green. Yeah, Jewish funk is where it's at. Bands like the Roaring Rabbis and Harvey and the Hebrews are cutting a groove at clubs such as the Synagogue and Mossad's. So, here from their debut album, Play That Funky Music, Jewish Boy, with a special Club Matzo mix. It's Eggs for Tea, and a song which is all about how to be trendy. It's called Do This, Do That.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
If you want to be fashionable.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
If you want to be fashionable.
If you genuinely want to get noticed in 1986, get invited to all the best parties and social events, these are some of the things you must do. These activities are in.
Wearing an egg on your head, living with your mum, calling your dog Stephen, setting fire to your bum, stealing your dad's trousers, painting them bright red, being sick in your wellies, wearing another egg on your head, ordering cheese and haddock sarnies in Langan's Brasserie, driving a Woolsey turbo, smelling like a tree.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
If you want to be fashionable.
But if you want to be an outcast, get laughed at in the street, be ejected from even the dullest parties, these are the activities you must not do. These activities are out.
Playing rugby, chess and lacrosse, dressed up as a nun, chucking your girlfriend and getting engaged to a currant bun, shouting out spam in the middle of the night, being called Reggie, not drinking Newcastle Bright, eating your brother's car and blaming the French, hitting a frozen kipper with a £2 monkey wrench.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
If you want to be fashionable.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
If you want to be fashionable.
And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that. And I do this, do that.
Yeah, cars. It's very important for your image what car you drive. Your car says so much about you. If you drive a supercharged Hillman Imp, it says, hello, I'm a div. American cars. American cars still have really aggressive names. Names like the Plymouth Fury, the Dodge Charger, and the Lincoln Shut Your Gob Bollock features. You know, English people who buy Yank cars have this American graffiti movie fantasy running in their heads. They constantly cruise the front at Whitley Bay, shouting, "Hey, Chiquita, hey, ¿cómo está, baby? Hey, muchacha, you want to come for a ride in my car, baby?" At the girls who work in the DHSS. However, certain cars are a no-no, like them Swedish cars. You know, Swedish car drivers are obsessed with safety. They wear crash helmets and safety belts in the house. Also a no-no, or a no-no, are Citroen 2CVs. 2CVs are ashamed of being cars. They have the same engine as a Moulinex Master Blender, and the seats are made out of the same material the duffel coats are made out of. Cinema, the movies. To be dead super special mega trendy, you've got to be able to talk authoritatively and intelligently about obscure foreign films. For instance, J.T. Balowski's Man of Soup, or Jean-Luc Sellotape's Mon Bum. Fortunately, though, there's no reason whatsoever why you should go and see the bloody things. So, as a shortcut, I'm going to play you scenes from a couple of crucial films. You simply memorise these scenes and quote them in total when you want to impress people. Firstly, here's a scene from Japanese director Akira Kurosawa's most famous film, 7 Brides for 7 Samurai, featuring a rare cameo performance by George Formby.
Excuse me, have you seen me bag? It's turned out nice and nasty. Imperial Palace Express. You seen me bag? It turned out nice again. With my little stick of Black Bull Rock. No, that's not my little stick of Black Bull Rock.
It's a beautiful day. She may be.
Of course, this Japanese film caused quite a stir in Hollywood. They remade it, they moved the set into Mexico, and it was retitled The Magnificent 7 Advertising Designers.
Please, senor, you have to help us, please.
Why? What's the problem, my comical little Mexicans?
Well, it is the bandit Pancho Lopez, senor. A few days ago, he and his men, they rode into our village shouting and yelling, and they ran through all of the advertising agencies and kidnapped all of the designers.
Shit.
See, and now, senor, the standard of our advertising is the laughing stock of all Mexico.
Shit.
See, now when we walk through the provincial capital of Juarez, everybody shouts, "Hey, look, there's Julio from the village of La Cucaracha." The advertising in his village looks like it's been done by a dead dog.
Shit.
Si, senor, and now, senor, we are really in trouble. Our local brewery, which by a strange quirk of Mexican humor is called a Newcastle Brewery, they are launching an exciting new drink.
No shit.
And if we don't have the best graphic designers to do the advertising, then nobody will know what a brilliant drink it is.
Oh, please help us, senor.
Well, boys, your story has made my day. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna get 7 art students from the Sunderland Polytechnic with their spiky hair, baggy trousers, and colorful shirts, and they'll design all the advertising for your exciting new drink. And then everybody will know how good it is.
No shit!
When you go out for the night and you wanna feel alright, got a sight. As for them, you got so bright, alright. You will impress the girls you can't fail. With just tasting lager there. As for them, you got so bright, alright.
It's a new brew, not just a mix.
And now, in order to repay the enormous cost of this free cassette, we have rented out the following section of tape to local businesses for advertising purposes.
Need a meal in a hurry? Dick's Stew Bar, 5281 South Shields High Street, just 20 minutes from this cassette. Need an exciting pencil? It's got to be Just Pencils, the Mussolini Shopping Centre. Only 5 yards from this cassette. Want your head shutting in a door? Then call on Dave the Madman, the public bar, the Dead Parrot Gateshead. Just 2 hours from this cassette. Looking for a large coal planet completely surrounded by a methane gas atmosphere? It's got to be Neptune, just 18 billion miles from this cassette. That's only 18 billion miles from this cassette.
Oh, hello. You still here? Where was I? Oh, yeah, telling you about how to be trendy, right? Drinking, eating out. You know, a few years ago in this country, eating out was almost non-existent. A pint of bitter and a portion of mushy peas served in your flat hat. That was the best you could expect in those days. But boy, have times changed. For instance, here is a list of eating and drinking establishments in the small Berkshire village of Weasel's Scrotum. Leftovers. This is a bistro-type place, which, as its name suggests, serves leftovers, such as half-eaten fried egg with stubbed-out fag garnish, gristle and gravy surprise, and pâté, which, as you know, is foreign for leftovers. Leftovers gets its leftovers from the Little Mad Chef on the A4917B. Spasms. Spasms is a French-style restaurant specialising in cuisine mourir, which is food which has died or been killed in really interesting ways. Their specialities include duck run over by an XR3i, trout murdered by Jacobean mercenaries at the Siege of La Rochelle in 1621, beef struck by lightning, and quail trampled by copulating moose. I like pubs, me. But those who think they're sophisticated go to cocktail bars. Oh, yes, I'm a personal assistant, actually. I'm dead sophisticated. I eat pâté with bits of coal in it, you know. And I got one of them Magimex Mooly blenders, you know. It's got all the attachments, the choppers, the blenders, the donkey molesters. Oh, I really like a drink with an umbrella in it. An umbrella, or a walking stick, or a pair of crutches, you know. I don't care. Yes, I'll have a Metal Mickey. Trish will have a Brazilian Garage. And I don't know the name of what Dave's having, but it looks like a cup of phlegm with a tree growing in it.
If you want to be fashionable.
Right, here's a list of the trendy drinking establishments in Weasel's Scrotum. Razzles. This is a cocktail bar that used to be a pub. Strazzles. This is a pub that used to be a cocktail bar. Frazzles. This is a bar that used to be an electrical substation. Sheds. This is a shed. The Dog and Duck. This is a dog and a duck. And you know what? They're all crap. Newcastle Bright. That's not crap. That's what I suggested should be the advertising slogan. Newcastle Bright. It's not crap. But the ad agency people, they said I was mad. And they locked me in the cupboard under the stairs with the big sponge. Sorry, just had one of my turns there, sorry. Back in time spot, rapping. Here we look at what was trendy in yesteryear. Now everybody thinks that rapping is a modern phenomenon. Grandmaster Flash, Wham, and Africa Bambaataa are all ranking rappers. But here's the trendiest thing in the year 1799. It's rapping William Wordsworth.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high a dale and a hill. I said a hill, I said a hill, I said a hip hop hill, hill, hill. I said bang bang boogie to the beat, my man, my man, my man. When all at once I saw a crowd, I said sha-la-la, saw a crowd, a crowd, a crowd. A host of golden daffodils.
Golden daffodils.
Mash it up in a 17th century style.
139 years later, the Second World War started. Immediately, all the builders had to stop building pre-war houses. That very same day, my Uncle Jack broke his neck in 27 places, and since then, he's never looked back. My Uncle Jack, he was a shabby, unlucky man, covered in tattooed writing. He had loser written all over him.
And I'll do this, do that, if you want to be fashionable.
What about shopping, I hear you ask? Alexei, what are the trendy shops? Well, shopping used to be fun, but all the shops in the high street these days seem to be either estate agents or building societies. It's much easier to buy and get a mortgage for a semi-detached in West Hartlepool or rent a warehouse in Byker than it is to buy an Eccles cake or a pound of haddock. Fortunately, however, some of the employees in building societies and estate agents have started providing some of the necessities of life. So, if you're in town, I recommend that you get your hair cut by Marcel at the Halifax, you fish from Paolo at Pisspot Grabham and Malachi, and you design a lino from Anita at the Northern Rock. And now, boys and girls, we come to the most important part. Relationships, sex, chatting up. Now, recently there's been a big revulsion against the hippie permissiveness and nudity of the 60s and 70s. And I can quite understand that. A while ago, I was on a topless beach on the Greek island of Nobos. I didn't so much get sunstroke as breaststroke. It made me yearn for a return to Victorian times, when just a glimpse of an ankle would get a man all excited. I mean, can you imagine if we returned to the Victorian era? Soho would be full of sockless bars, and standing outside sleazy doorways, men would say, "Hello, John, wanna come inside, see some ladies without their hats on?" I mean, there'd be no more one-night stands. I mean, a woman would have to know a man for at least a year before she even got a look at his vest. But if you can't be bothered with all them stupid chat-up lines, you know, like, hey, what star sign are you? Well, I'm a Caesarean, actually, or I'm a cross between a Leo and a Capricorn. I'm a leprechaun. There's nothing wrong with answering a Lonely Hearts advert in a paper or magazine. But you must remember that these ads are actually written in code. So here for you is a translation.
Male, slim.
That means male, fat.
Sporty.
Cripple.
Keen on travel.
Got a bus pass.
Music lover.
Tone deaf.
Warm, loving, outgoing.
He's a paranoid schizophrenic.
Academic.
He's got O-level woodwork.
Seeks female soulmate for ongoing interpersonal therapeutic relationship.
Wants a quick bonk. Course, I never had any problems with girls. I mean, I have no problems with my own sexuality. Some people have, though. So these days, psychoanalysis has become very trendy. Purely in the interest of research, I recently went to see a psychiatrist.
Mr. Sayle, the psychiatrist will see you now. You loony.
I'm sorry, I expected,
You expected what? Exactly. You've got a personal problem that needs correction. Now we gotta find out if it's your mind or an infection. So I'm gonna say some words, one at a time, and you just say the first thing that comes into your mind. Ready?
Teddy.
Fish.
A cake.
Milk.
A shake.
Hip.
A hop.
Bee.
A bob.
Do.
Bob.
Clip.
Pop.
Dog.
Rex.
Brussels sprouts. Answer quickly now.
Sex. Oh.
Word association.
It's giving me away.
Word association.
Says the words I don't want to say.
Word association.
That's you inside my brain. I joined the word
Association.
and it's
Driving me insane.
Drunk.
Closing time.
Lager.
And lime.
Grim.
Grime.
Punishment.
Crime.
Wig.
Wag.
Billy.
Brag.
Interesting. Worrying.
Sheep.
Little boat.
Peep.
Newcastle.
Bright.
Lock.
Nest.
Tortoise.
Word association.
It's giving me away.
Word association.
Says the words I don't want to say.
Word association.
That's you inside my brain. I joined the word
Association.
and it's driving me insane.
Word association.
It's giving me away.
Word association.
Says the words I don't want to say.
Word association.
That's you inside my brain. I joined the word association and it's driving me insane.
Mr. Sayle, you've got the dirtiest mind. I'm really terrified of what I might find. But as a doctor, it's my duty to pursue your case. We'll do further research back at my place. Taxi!
A maxi?
Quiet!
Riot?
What?
Dart?
Will you shut up?
So, that's it. If you follow the instructions on this cassette, you'll be the trendiest person in your underpants. And now, I don't care what they say. I'm going to do my slogan. Newcastle Bright...
Okay, you were warned. You're going into the cupboard under the stairs with the big sponge. More discipline. That's what we need. When I was a lad and I was naughty, my father used to put me in the bath with half a ton of wet liver on my head, and it never did me any harm, did it?
no, not at all, no.
Unpleasant fat
No, let me out,
swine.
let me out, I'm
I don't
sorry.
know why we use him.
I was only joking.
I'm going home now.
Oh, no, don't leave me alone with the wet sponge. When you go out for the night and you want to feel all I'd ask for a Newcastle Bright. It'll make you feel alright. Oh dear.
In, out, do this, do that. 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 In, out, do this, do that.
Oh, I wish I had another penny. Malcolm, have you got another penny? Has your tortoise got another penny? No.